Hey, it's Sabo Boy. I'm here with my Ghibli tier listing video. I'm really excited about this. I just finished all of the Ghibli movies. I wanted to rank them all and talk about my feelings. I should note that this is my tier list, you know? Everybody has different opinions, right? So if there's something that you don't agree with, just try to keep it civil, I guess. Uh, Everybody feels differently about movies. So I have these I wanted to show off. I have all of these beautiful steel books that G Kids is the name of the company. They make really, really good steel books. My favorite one is the Grave of the Fireflies one. Um, they did this unique like color um, with like the fireflies are on it, and it's a steel book, and they have Blu-ray and DVD. I really, really, really enjoy these. I got them. I got like half of them, and the Grave of the Firefly was one I think is the most pretty, and I think it's the cheapest, really. So it's like $18 or something, which is crazy. Usually Blu-rays are more like 27 nowadays. It's kind of crazy. Um, so I'll go through all these movies. These are ordered from release date. So Nausicaa is the first movie made by Hayao Miyazaki that's kind of like considered a Ghibli movie, but technically, um, this was before he formed the company. So you may or may not see this underneath the Ghibli movie catalog, simply because Ghibli didn't exist yet, like the studio. But it's made by like all of the same people. Hayao Miyazaki directed this. This is a must-watch masterpiece. Like, I I watched this movie and I was in tears at the ending. Like, it's so beautiful. I really like the art style, especially for the Ono. I forgot what the name of the bugs are. That's like a bug in the background there. But they look amazing and they have these awesome eyes. I've seen this movie referenced a lot in anime that I've watched. I think it's amazing. I love everything about it. I've actually read the manga after watching the movie. The manga is awesome. It has really, really, really detailed art. So if you liked Nausicaa, try finding the manga at your library. Castle in the Sky. Um, this was a really good movie. There's some amazing animation with the like flying machines. They have these weird like flappy animations that I really like. The characters are good. The story is kind of like, but the ending was awesome. Again, I really, really, really like the ending, especially the animation at the end. Oh, my neighbor Totoro. I really like this movie. um, I love this movie. The iconic moment there, waiting at the bus stop. It's peaceful. It's chill. It's happy until it's not. Like I wanna be the guy that keeps it real. This movie has a really like intense ending. Like the story is actually kind of scary towards the end, but for like 80% of the movie, it's chill and fun and nice and cute and wholesome. And I liked the ending a lot. Like it brought this like emotional depth and rawness that I was looking for. So I didn't want to watch like just an empty, fluffy movie, but having that stuff at the end really, really brought the movie up for me. Um, okay, Grave of the yeah, okay. Something I want to talk about actually is like these two movies were released as a double feature, which means that in the movie theater you would watch both back to back. Isao Takahata, he's the dude that directed Grave of the Fireflies. It's based off a book, but he had a thing that he would do, which is hilarious. He talks about it in the behind the scenes. He would go to movie theaters for the double feature, and he would watch audiences as they came out of the theater, and he would know if they watched Grave of the Fireflies first, then they would cry, but then there would be the intermission and they'd watch Nine Neighbor Totoro. And so they'd walk out of the theater with smiles and like giggling. But if they watched My Neighbor Totoro first, they'd smile again. They'd watch Grave of the Fireflies next and walk out crying, which is so sad. But Isao Takahata got a kick out of seeing which one they watched first. Uh, it's a must-watch masterpiece. I think Nausicaa is a little bit better for me. I love Nausicaa so much. Like her character in particular, she's an amazing woman. I guess she's 16, I think, but she's has like this brave demeanor and is standing up for civilization. I really like her character. I like this world more, but this movie is amazing. Like it's literally the highest rated animated movie on Letterboxd. And check out my Letterbox, by the way. I'm Sabo Boy. Um, anyways, this movie is, I don't want to downplay it at all because it's so raw. It's tragic, sad, beautifully animated. The music is amazing because it's like you you have this unique tone of like sadness and anxiety, and the music captures that vibe. um it's amazing. Kiki's Delivery Service, another must-watch masterpiece. You guys are gonna see a lot of these, just because Ghibli is really good at making must-watch masterpieces. So, um, this one I think is more pure and wholesome than Totoro. Really, I love how lighthearted it feels. But again, I don't want to be the guy that's lying to you. The ending of Kiki's is like really crazy, and I was like on the edge of my seat, like holy crap. So there's some dramatic parts to it, but for the most part, it is like relax and just enjoy watching her fly around on a broomstick delivering pies to people, which is chill and fun, and I really enjoyed it. Only Yesterday. This is a weird movie. It's really good though. I don't think it's like as amazing as these ones are, but this one's grounded. It feels more real, realistic. Has a kind of like interesting romance and drama that comes from retrospective, like looking back on your life and thinking about, oh yeah, only yesterday this happened. And so it has a unique like way of storytelling by remembering your past life. And I thought it was really interesting. The ending was powerful. I liked it. Porco Rosso. This one's a must-watch masterpiece. I don't think it's better than Grave of the Fireflies, but it is incredible. Actually, yeah, it's better than Grave of the Fireflies. I like it a bit more. The main character is a pig. He flies around as the Red Baron. Um, Something you got to know about Hayao Miyazaki is his dad ran a World War II plane company, and so he has a lot of influence with aircraft and planes in his movies. I mentioned Castle in the Sky has some amazing airplanes, but this one it's literally like he's the Red Baron, so he flies airplanes like the entire movie. Uh, has a awesome story. I really like the story. The backstory is amazing. Hits like a truck. Um, Animation gorgeous. I love the way that the planes move, and there's some beautiful character designs, like the romantic interest, and then the girl that's like a mechanic. They all have like really cool designs, and I like them. So, the ocean waves, okay. Uh, this one's gonna be tough. It was a really good movie. That's yeah. Ocean Waves is weird. It's not directed by the normal people. This is directed by like a random 25-year-old. But it was part of an experimental thing for Studio Ghibli. They wanted to make a mature story, and it does have some mature themes in it. There's like um some crazy like romantic dynamics that I'm like, holy crap, did they really just put that in the movie? You kind of have to read into it. Like it's not obvious that it's happening, but once you are looking for like controversial romance, you can see it and you're like, oh dang. And so I saw like what the movie was going for and with its romance and was really impressed by how it tackled the topic through like a prospective young man. He's kind of just watching it all happen. This girl has some feelings. And so when you're watching this girl through the perspective of this man, it's a really unique movie. The relationships are awesome. The music is the best. I think this is the best Ghibli soundtrack. I'm saying that. Okay. Ocean Waves has a song that I listen to like all of the time. I really 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 love the soundtrack. Pompoko, I really loved it. Yep. I don't know if it's better than Totoro. Maybe. They're about the same quality for me. I think this movie's awesome because it's funny. It's like Isao Takahata is surprisingly funny. um, I think that the animation is great because they do like transformations. There's a festival where they animate parades and stuff, like parade boats and costumes, and I think the animation is top notch, as they all are. Like all of these movies are beautifully animated, but um, music I don't really think was that great, if I remember correctly, and the ending that was cool. Like the end of the story, I really liked because it's a social commentary on environmentalism and how humans are destroying the environment. So that wasn't expecting that coming from a goofy comedy movie, but I did appreciate the end of that movie. It was cool. Whisper of the Heart. Ooh, man. Oof. This is such an emotional movie. Oh my gosh. Uh I really loved it. I think I like Pom Coco better. Uh Whisper of the Heart, it's like a movie about art in general. She wants to become a writer, and so the movie goes over her journey, like coming to terms with the fact that she can accept herself as a writer. And I think it's uh it indicative of Hayao Miyazaki trying to become a writer himself, or a storyteller, and it's beautiful. I really really like it. The romance was great, and then there's this cute scene where like this fiddle plays and they all like dance together. I love that scene so much. Some good drama. Yeah, Whisper of the Heart is great. Princess Mononoke. I'm yeah. So that's yeah. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't like Princess Mononoke, which is really really sad. But um, I I I think that it's a really 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 good movie until the last 20 minutes. Like the ending of Princess Mononoke rubbed me the wrong way. It has a cool story with the like industrial people fighting the nature people, and it's like who's gonna win, industry or nature? And then it doesn't matter because the ending just throws everything to the wind, and it does its own thing. So I don't like how the ending made the rest of the movie feel pointless, and the ending also like was like a reset and nothing really changed in the characters. Like there's nothing in the story to suggest that the characters are going to be better coming out of the end of this movie. It was a weird story, but the animation's amazing. Like the wild boar at the beginning, dude, that stuff looks so cool. And there's just great animation when he's riding on his deer. You can't fault the animation, and because of that, like I can put it in C minus because I don't like the story like at all, but I really really like the animation, and the credits music is awesome. So My Neighbor the Yamadas. I think I'm gonna be real. All right, this is the best Ghibli movie, which is weird because nobody watches My Neighbors the Yamadas. If you guys didn't know what this movie was, like I won't blame you because it's so hidden, it's under the surface, but it is a masterpiece. So Isao Takahata, he made Grave of the Firefly, Grave of the Fireflies, and then he made this the best comedy movie I've ever seen. Like it is so funny. I laughed my head off the entire time, and the comedy like tells the story because it's about like appreciating your family and like the amazing moments in life that happen because of just living with your family. But it teases moments where like the family gets split up, or the family is like threatening like I'm going to leave you or whatever. And then it's like, "Oh no, like don't split up. You need to be a happy family." And so I love that story. I love the story of being a happy family, and I really appreciate the artistry of animating such a bizarre art style in a beautiful way that felt real, and I didn't question it for a second. Like this is a super weird art style, but I just went with it and it felt natural. And that 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 has to be appreciated. Like it's hard to make something in a weird art style and just have your audience accept it. But must watch masterpiece. I think it's the best Ghibli movie. Spirited Away. I really like this movie. I remember not being like super impressed, but I thought it was really cool. And No Face is such an amazing character. Like I loved watching him. The train scene is great. Like music is great. Ending was kind of weird. I don't think I appreciated the ending. I've had somebody else explain the ending to me, which was nice. I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I guess that does make sense. So maybe if I rewatched it, I'd like it more. But I'll put it there. I think it's really good. The cat. Ooh, this movie is hilarious, guys. Like it's it's really weird because Whisper of the Heart, right? If you see on the poster, there's this guy. He's like a cat baron. That's the main character. Okay, so this the Cat Returns is implied to be the book that this girl writes. So in Whisper in the Heart, it's a book. It's a movie about a writer. She writes a book, and The Cat Returns is the book. So it's really cool. The story is pretty awesome, honestly. I liked the transformation of the girl into a cat. I thought that was cute, and the romance, or like the way that the Baron talks just in general. I watch all of the Ghibli movies in Japanese with subtitles because I think that the directors choose their voice actors purposely, and I respect the Japanese voice acting. Um, so I watched this in Japanese, and I love the way that the Baron talks. He has this sophisticated, like, gentleman feel that I just got a kick out of. It's like Sherlock or something. Moving on. How's Moving Castle? This was pretty great. I I'm not a huge fan of this movie. The story falls apart literally. Like literally the images on the screen are falling apart in the end of the movie. Which I don't know if it was like supposed to have a weird story or what, but everything kind of just collapses at the end. And it kind of was like, okay, I mean, I didn't really like it, the ending of the story, but the chemistry between the the guy Hal and the girl. She's like an old woman for part of the movie. I liked the way that they talked to each other. It was kind of cute, and animation is great. Like I'm talking about the collapsing at the end of the movie. The animation for the collapsing stuff is really cool. Like I love the animation. Obviously, because all of these movies are beautifully animated. But yeah, I'll put it there. Tales of from Earthsea. This one's controversial, right? Because um, people they see Tales of Earthsea, and there's a story where Hayao Miyazaki walked out of the theater watching this movie. And I want to talk about that. So this is directed by Goro Miyazaki. All right, he is Hayao Miyazaki's son, and uh, Tales of Earthsea is a book series, and Hayao Miyazaki, the like the guy that made My Neighbor Totoro and all that, Hayao Miyazaki read Tales of Earthsea, the books, when he was 10 years old, and it made him want to become an artist. And so Tales of Earthsea is one of the pillars of Hayao Miyazaki's life. It means a ton to him. It's like it's the reason he does what he does. So he asked the studio executives to give him a chance to direct a movie, but they came back to him. They're like, "Oh yay, we got the green light. Like you can make a movie, but it has to be really soon." And he's like, "Well, I'm in the middle of making Spirited Away." And so he didn't have the time to direct this movie himself, and so he handed it off to his son, Goro Miyazaki, and then Goro directed the movie. But Goro was not a fan of Tales of Earthsea. He kind of just read the books and took random things out of them and made a mishmash of interesting things that have no actual like story canonically in the books. In the movie Tales of Earthsea, you will find stuff from book 1, and then a character from book 4 will walk onto the screen, and that is like canonically like a 200-year gap in the Tales of Earthsea lore. So this is a terrible adaptation of a book, but I really loved it. I think the movie itself is really, really good, and I can understand Hayao Miyazaki walking out of the theater because he was insulted by how bad of an adaptation it was of the book. Like that makes sense, but and he like has regrets that he wasn't able to direct the movie himself, and so that's a lot of pressure on Hayao Miyazaki when watching this movie. But me, I'm just a dude, you know. I'm here to watch a good movie. I liked the villain. The villain was cool. They had like this goo animation. Um, I really like it, and the dragon is beautiful. I love watching the scenes with the dragon so much. The characters are pretty great. I mean, they don't make sense in the story of the books, but they make sense in the story of the movie quite well. I like the characters. I don't know how high I want to put it. Really, I think it's amazing. Whisper of the Heart is better though. So Banyo, yeah. I don't really know what to say about Ponyo. Ponyo is weird. Ponyo is just like there's a fish and it's cute, and then there's a guy and then he sees the fish and he's like, "Oh, it's cute." And then they like play around for an hour and a half, and it's awesome. Like I really, really, really like how casual the movie is. It doesn't really delve into anything deep, really. Um, let's see. Do I put it? Uh, I think I like it better than Kiki's because the part where they run on top of the fish, that is like one of the best cuts of animation in the history of animation. So, Secret World of Irony. Okay, this movie. Mm, I think it's a really good movie. Um, I think Castle in the Sky is better though. So this is based off of a book, and it's actually a good adaptation. The I think, but it's cool because it has the weird perspective of like tiny people, and then they pick up like buttons and stuff. The Tale of Despero, he uses like a needle in the Tale of Despero. I think they do that as well. In this, she's carrying a spoon. So I really enjoyed the animation of making small objects big in the movie, and it's kind of like mind numbing to watch it, and like the perspective is changing between humans and the tiny people. So I really appreciated it from animation standpoint. The story is good. Like it's good. I didn't think it was overwhelming or impressive or anything. So from Poppy Hill, I love this movie. Oh, I think it's a masterpiece. Really, I think everybody should watch this movie. Um, the scene where they ride on a bike is so pretty. Um, the story is rich. It's kind of similar to the Ocean Waves in that it's a rather mature story. Like it's about family history and discovering your origins, and like there's kind of a weird romance dynamic, but I really enjoyed it. Loved the way the characters talk to each other, and like there's this kind of mystery they uncover. It was great. Oh boy. Oh, the wind rises. Mm, this is a complicated movie for me. I think that the first half of this movie is not the best, but the second half of this movie is some of the best cinema you will ever see in your entire life. Um, it's kind of hard to balance that. Let's see. I really loved it. Definitely, I think it is better than Spirited Away. I don't want to put it in must watch masterpiece because of how weak I think the first hour of the movie is, but the ending is amazing, and there's a romance. There's two people kissing in this poster. I think the romance is the best romance I've ever seen besides Beastars. I think that Beastars has a better romance, but this is the number two. Like this is they're so cute together. I love the chemistry and the way that they talk, and oh, it's amazing. Tale of Princess Kaguya. I didn't like this movie again. uh, I think it was worse than Mononoke. I I think that um Isao Takahata is amazing because he made my favorite Ghibli movie, and he also directed the one that I like the least. This movie I watched because of a movie called Cosmic Princess Kaguya, which is on Netflix, and Cosmic Princess Kaguya is a 10 out of 10. That's a great movie, but this one I gave like a 5 out of 10 because the animation's gorgeous. There's a beautiful scene where she runs out of a castle. I love that scene. Um, but the movie as a whole was weird. And I'm going to spoil it because it's supposed to be spoiled. This is a a story that every person in Japan knows. This is like the story of, I don't know, the egg that falls off of a wall, or it's like a fairy tale. Cinderella. If you don't know the story of Cinderella, then you're crazy. So she's an alien. It's stupid, but she's an alien, and she needs to go back to her alien home at the end of the movie. And so I didn't know that. Okay, I watched this movie blind, and at the end, when it reveals she's an alien, I was like, "Excuse me," and it ruined the movie for me. I didn't vibe with that. I thought the ending was super weird. I didn't like it at all. It made me super like it made me hate the rest of the movie. Um, but if you know that she's an alien from the beginning, then it makes you appreciate how she tries to learn how to become human. Uh, It's similar to E.T. almost. Um, and then I think I would have liked the movie more if I knew she was an alien from the start. If I probably would have liked it, but I still don't think it's that great of a movie, just personally because of the story. But oh, when Marnie was there, I liked it. Yep. I think I gave this an 8 out of 10, maybe 7.5. I it's a weird story, you know. A good reveal at the end, but I don't know. I don't think it captured me that much. Um, you have to really read into the story, which I'm bad at doing. Like I'm bad at creating headcanon. I'm bad at uh making up things to uh explain why characters are doing things. So I think it's good though. I liked it. I loved the ending. The red turtle. Ooh. So this movie is actually not a Ghibli movie. Um, it was advertised as a Ghibli movie, so that's why it's in this tier list, and I want to respect it. But it was pretty great. Um, I have problems with people calling this a Ghibli movie because um, it was animated by like 50 Europeans. It's made by a German director. Like it's not Japanese like whatsoever. But Studio Ghibli did pay for the production of the movie. They enabled a studio in Europe to animate this film. And the director, who's is like German, the director is friends with Hayao Miyazaki. Uh, the German director flew to Japan. He went to Studio Ghibli, and he showed Hayao Miyazaki a movie that he made, and Hayao Miyazaki was actually like genuinely impressed. He's like, "Holy crap, you're a really good filmmaker." And he's like, "If you ever want to collaborate, just call me." And so that's what happened is they collaborated with Studio Ghibli. um Isao Takahata helped with the story a little bit, but other than that, this is like an entirely European movie. So, Earwig and the Witch. Oh, put it there. This is pretty great, actually. There. Um, this one is 3D. I don't have a problem with that. I know that some people do, but it reminded me of watching Toy Story because Pixar they were very early when they made Toy Story, and so there's some janky animation. It's kind of rough, but it's kind of charming at the same time. And so that's what Earwig and the Witch is. It's Studio Ghibli's first attempt at 3D animation, and it's not bad. Like the animation is great. There's one scene in particular that's amazing, like super good animation for just a specific scene, but I like the story a lot. The like coming to love your parents and having the parents love the children. It was kind of cool. So, Boy and the Heron. Ooh, this one's weird. Mm, there. I really loved it because I know so much about Hayao Miyazaki. This is a biography type movie. Um, I forgot to mention this is actually a biography movie. The Wind Rises. It's a biography of an actual person in history that created the airplane, the Zero, for Japanese World War II planes. So this is a real person in history from The Wind Rises. And The Boy and the Heron is supposed to be Hayao Miyazaki as he's a kid. And then it kind of morphs into weird, fantastical, weird stuff. Um, but there's a cool thing where uh the producer for Studio Ghibli, his name's Toshio Suzuki. He said, "I am the heron," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, like Hayao Miyazaki just made me a character in one of his movies." So the boy is Hayao Miyazaki, and then the heron is Toshio Suzuki, and the movie is like an illustration of their journey through life together. And so you can't fully appreciate The Boy and the Heron unless you know a lot of background of Studio Ghibli and his family dynamics. Like, I won't. This isn't a really big spoiler, but the first 5 minutes of the movie that shows like a mom dying, that's because Hayao Miyazaki's mom died when he was young, and so he's actually putting uh, a his memory of his mom dying into this movie, which is crazy. So, but that's all of them. There you go. Um, I'm satisfied with that. As you know, as you can see, it's top heavy. Okay, like there's lots of S tiers because that's just what Studio Ghibli is, right? These are the ones that I think are kind of um, a little bit weaker, and then these ones I didn't like personally, but I know that lots of other people do, and like that's chill. Like if you guys like these movies, then I'm happy for you. So yeah, if you thought this video was cool, if you liked what I had to say or anything, like the video, and um, we'll see what movies what YouTube videos I make next. So, thanks for watching.